Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Just starting out right after the Esper battle, or defending the Esper battle there in Narsh. And it's time to head on down to South Figaro. One thing I will point out, so we'll be on our way to Zozo, and Zozo has a boss battle called Dataluma. In the last time I played, that battle actually was very, very easy when I kind of discovered that you could use the break ability on him to one-shot him, which is pretty cool, but this time around I'm not going to do that, namely because I don't have the rage right now that's required to do break. Because I've been playing with encounters turned off, I haven't got into many of the encounters that I probably would have otherwise. But if you are interested in that, what you need is either the Darkwind or the Commander. The Commander was found in the basement after you get Celeste. There at I guess that kind of like the underground area of South Figaro. I left my encounters off for that, so I didn't run into any of those. The other one is the Darkwind, and that's actually fought out here on the world map, pretty close to Narsh. Or in this forest here. The formation that I would take, probably if I was actually going to do that, is the... Let me check here really quick. Alright, so the formation that I was talking about is the Leaf Bunny times 2, and then 1 Darkwind. There's actually one more formation with Leaf Bunnies and Darkwinds that's pretty good, but it's the Leaf Bunny times 2, Darkwind times 2. I just think that the Leaf Bunny, the 2 Leaf Bunnies and 1 Darkwind is probably better, just because it ends up in the same pack as the Guard Leader. And so it's an existing pack, so we wouldn't be adding any additional packs to the Veld in terms of farming and cycling. So that's probably what I would do. But anyways, let's get moving. Again, I'm not going to worry about the Dataluma thing anyway. So I should say one of the reasons why it was actually important early on was that the Dataluma fight was kind of bugged. Basically, Dataluma has two, I think it's, what is it, Iron Fists or something, that he'll summon into battle, and unfortunately there for a while, they were giving experience, and so you needed to kill Dataluma like crazy fast. And so, using break was a great way to just completely demolish him in, seconds. But that's not a worry anymore. For one thing, I think they actually fixed that battle, and it doesn't give experience anymore. And then on top of that, there's just the experience switch now, right? So you just turn the experience off, and then it doesn't matter at all. So, again, I'm not going to worry about using that strategy. I'm just going to beat him down old school. So... anyways, this is the scene that happens if Sabin and Edgar are both in the party when you come through Figaro. So Sabin says, this is just like old times. I'm going to wander around for a bit. I think we want to sleep, but let's check. I can't remember if these guys have any sort of updated... Yeah, you have family, don't you just be quiet and take it. So you get a huge discount here. This is always... the best place to actually buy items in the World of Balance because of the fact that you get this discount. Buy a couple of Phoenix Downs here. I don't want to run out of those. Excuse me. All right, let's head back over here. I think the drill and the flash are available now, so let's take a look. Indeed, they are. Flash. Flash is amazing if you... And I always build Edgar with magic, or I build up his magic stat. And then the drill here. So the drill is, single target, whereas the flash is multi-target. Just again, flash magic based as opposed to auto crossbows physical base. Let's see. I think we need to rest. Or do we need to come up here? Yeah, he's not here. All right, so we'll have to rest. And that should trigger the scene. Whoops. Yes. Alright, so here's Well, this isn't technically a flashback quite yet, I don't think. Castle hasn't changed much. And yet it's different. Mom and Dad are gone. Nothing can ever really be the same, not after what happened. Yeah, and here's the start of the flashback. Tonight, worse he's been, so if he should... No, you're wrong. It's not true. Priestess, the king, he's... That used to be... they used to rename her as the matron. Which probably doesn't actually make sense. Sabin. I guess unless she was like a grandparent, then that could have worked, but Dad couldn't have... Edgar, sob, sniffle. So, Dad didn't make it. Edgar, there you are. Your father just said he would entrust Figaro to the two of you. Those were his final words. You all make me sick. Everyone's saying that the Empire had Dad poisoned, and the only thing you can think about is who'll be the next king. No one's even sad. None of you probably cared when Mom died after we were born either. That's not... You're just as bad as the rest of them. Sabin. Empire of murderers. They won't get away with this. Priestess, leave us. Let's leave this place. Let's forget this crazy kingdom and live our lives how we want to. You said you didn't want to be king, right? A life of freedom, huh? What do you think would happen to Figaro if both of us left? There'd be no one to take the throne. Dad was counting on us to take care of the kingdom. Sabin, let's settle this with the toss of a coin. Dad gave me this one. If it's heads, you win. Tails, I win. The winner chooses whichever path he wants. No regrets, no hard feelings, okay? Here we go. And you chose your freedom. It's already been 10 years. That little shrimp has grown into a wobbing lobster. And you're a king crab. Sabin, do you think Dad would be proud of me? Don't you ever doubt that. I'm sure he's beaming with pride wherever he is. 10 years. Where has the time gone? Here's to a couple of confused grown-ups. Drink. Here's to Dad, to Mom, and to Figaro. Later on you kind of find out that the coin that Edgar used was it was a coin with identical sides, both being heads. Meaning that he was essentially giving Sabin the opportunity to do whatever he wanted. Right, because he was the one that chose heads for Sabin. Which I always thought was pretty cool. Alright, so let's talk to this guy, and he will take us over to Kohlingen. Shadow is actually hanging out over in Kohlingen, but we don't want to do anything with him quite yet. Here we are, Kohlingen. Have a safe trip. Well, thanks, old timer. First thing that I am going to do is head directly to the north to the Dragon's Head Coliseum, which is right here. Not much of a Coliseum yet. And there's the hero's ring. Only thing that's really interesting in here. We can't let the world become too peaceful. Don't you see? People shine their brightest when they're at war. My Colosseum will be a monument to the glory of battle. If I can ever finish it, that is. No one will help me. Well, thank goodness that they do, because there's a lot of really good stuff that comes from the Colosseum later. Alright, so I'm going to swap out hero's ring here and earring over here. So no more black belt, unfortunately, but yeah, just really don't have that much in terms of good accessories right now. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not fair. Got some pretty good stuff. A lot of earrings. Those are solid. And let's head on over here to Collingen. I'm not going to mess with Shadow, but I don't remember. Get some rather unsavory sorts in here. That guy over there is an assassin. Wouldn't talk to that guy if I were you. He's an assassin. Thanks. Let's see here. That thing, I don't know what it was, but it tore up my house. Looked like some kind of glowing monster. Alright, so Tara was here. My younger brother's a bit eccentric. Lives alone up north. Says he's going to build a Colosseum or some such nonsense. Well, he eventually does. Locke, is that you? Have you stopped by Rachel's house? It's my dream to see an opera at the Opera House south of Jidoor, with a handsome date, of course. I'd get all dolled up, put on a sequin dress. I'll take you. What's your name, baby? Edgar, I'll take you. Alright, don't need anything here. What's this? Ooh, twist headbands. Not looking like... Oh, these are helmets anyway, so yeah, I probably wouldn't mess with these. Got those green berets, which are way better. Yeah, match defense, strength, agility. Yeah, these aren't worthwhile. Alright. And what do we have over here? Air knife, chain flail, some shurikens. Oh, here's the throne items. I think I'll hold off on buying those. Yeah, don't really need those quite yet. Alright, so this is actually Rachel's house. I actually don't want to go in here yet. There's some scenes that I want to save until later, so I'm not going to bother. And then just back here, if you can enter the house, and we'll open that up for another green beret. And I think we can leave now. There's nothing else in town that we really need to do, I don't think. Yeah, nothing there. Alright. Let's... I saw pretty light. It came here and everyone else was afraid of it, but I liked it. Okay. Was that thing really a monster? It stopped right in front of my little girl. I could see it had gentle eyes. Yeah, Tara's good with kids. A strange glowing creature flew right through here, scared the living daylights out of me. It took off southward towards Jidoor. Or Jidoor? I would say Jidoor. I don't know if that... That doesn't seem like that's probably right, though. Alright, let's head south. Going to obviously skip all of the encounters out here on the world map as well. I don't want to add those to the Velt yet. That'll be something that I do way later. Probably honestly before or just before the transition to the World of Ruin. So, oops. Let's go back to Jidoor. Alright, first things first. Let's see if we've got anything new. Mithril shield, twist headband, mithril vest, which I already have a bunch of. Oh, here's some ninja gear. Let's get... Yeah, probably 2 of these just to get the fellas a little quicker. I'm gonna do 2 white dress here too. Let's go Sabin. Oh yeah, that's a direct upgrade. That's awesome. All right, and 1 for Gao. All right. Alright, so here's a new weapon for Cyan. New weapon for Shadow. Moonring Blade already. Oh, I guess I have one of those. Oh, Kaiser Knuckles. Don't have one of those either. Alright, looks like that's it. Oops, what am I doing here? This Kaiser Knuckles probably won't stay on very long. There's another weapon for Sabin coming up in the next dungeon. All the poor people were forced out of town. I hear they built a new town in the valley between the mountains up north. Oh. Those folks in Zozo don't have an ounce of honesty among the lot of them. Don't trust a word they say. That's actually important. Well, sort of important if you're playing the game for the first time and you don't understand the Zozo clock fiasco. Basically, it said there's people that give you hints as to what. Oh, it was already in here. They give you hints as to what the time on the clock is, and they're all basically everybody lies about what time it is. And so that was a kind of a fun puzzle. I'm gonna be an opera singer when I grow up. Huh? You don't know where the opera house is? It's way south of here. It's actually not that far south. Little girl. I guess maybe for a little girl it would be. Peace ring, barrier ring, cash shell. Probably don't need that. Oh, here's some more earrings. That's right. I vaguely remember using just a bunch of these the last time I played. They're so expensive, though. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna buy one more. Class divide is starkly apparent here. All of the middle-class families live in the southern part of town. The richer folks live up north. You can see one of their enormous mansions from here. I saw a girl bathed in light speed off toward the northern mountains. This is the Jidoor auction house. It's always full of wealthy aristocrats. I think there are no auctions yet, but this will be a pretty important place later. It actually is a real shame that you can't buy the first Esper here quite yet. That would have been great. All right, nothing new here. All right, let's get out of here. We'll go. I don't even know that we need to go into Ozer's place. Is that his name? Ozer? You're obviously not from around here. Straighten your back. Don't slump so much. There's an ether. Yeah, nothing we can do here quite yet. The town of Zozo is nestled between the mountains to the north. It's a den of thieves and ne'er-do-wells. Alright, well, unfortunately, that's where we have to go. So let's head up there. So Zozo, I'm going to take at least one enemy formation there. I should probably decide if I want to do more than that, but for sure one for now. Zozo, never heard of it. Okay. Let's zip on over here. This place is dangerous. Be careful and don't go doing anything stupid like trying to jump between the buildings. Okay, well, he's not technically lying, but that's also bad advice. Because we definitely need to jump between the buildings. There's a potion. Clock doesn't have a minute hand. Of course, it never points to the right time anyway. The clock's hand is pointing at the 2. Alright. Okay, so that clue there, the clock doesn't have a minute hand, and the clock is at the 2. That would be, if it was the minute hand pointing at 2, that would be 10, which is actually the correct answer for the puzzle. So, We're going to skip all through the fun stuff in terms of trying to figure out what time it is and just go with the right answer, which is 6:10:50. Done this puzzle many times. And there's the chainsaw. Probably going to be using that a bit. And let's get back out of here. It's interesting that the clock faces light up. I don't think that was a thing before. What's with this passed out lady? She has nothing to say. How about this guy? Nope, nothing. Great people here. You can trust everything they say. Okay, that guy's a liar too. Yeah, that's girl. Nope, haven't seen any girls lately, and there's definitely not one at the top of this building, so don't bother checking. Oh my god. Okay, that's a little over the top. Oh, yikes. Alright, time you say it's 4. Don't listen to the others. Trust me, it's 8. Oh, it's 10. I'd better be getting home. It's already 12. It's 2. Great people here. You can trust everything they say. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of info right there. Also, what are these guys doing? Hey, no cutting. Get in line. Well, technically he's not lying. So not everybody in Zozo is a liar, right? Well, he's not saying one... He's not really saying anything. Let's go up first, I believe. Yeah. Here's the Brigand's Glove. That changes Locke's steal command into, I don't know if is it still capture? At least that's what it was before, where basically he attacks and steals, or tries to steal. And I just don't think it's any good. It's funny, and I commented on my other video, but I used to use that quite a bit when I used to play, but I think it's a wasted relic slot of it, basically. My watch's second hand is pointing at the 2. Watch's second hand is pointing... Wait, isn't that technically true? If it's 6:10:50? Second hand. Oh, second hand. Well... Okay, that's... I'm a little confused on that one. The seconds, they're divisible by 20. No, they're not. Alright, I am going to try to get into the formation I want. So what we're looking for is the slant... what is it called? Is it the Veiled Dancer in this version of the game? And then the 3 Gobbledygooks. So I'm going to turn the encounters on. Let's just zip back and forth here. Hopefully I get into it right away. That would be... Oh, lucked out. Love it. Okay. This is a really good encounter that you want for the Velt. Let's try to steal from her. Couldn't steal. Let's do the Noise Blaster. Alright, stole the high potion. I don't remember. I think she has the Thief's Knife. And then I'm actually gonna... Well, I guess I could just kill these guys. I don't need to run away, now that I think about it. And of course we're not... None of these guys have enough. They're part of my strategy... in other playthroughs that I've done for this was to, excuse me, make everybody invisible, and then, let's check Flash. Make everyone invisible, and then do the boss, and that actually helped out a lot, right? Because oftentimes the boss will just do physical attacks, but yeah, let's do Aura Cannon. And since experience is turned off, you know, I don't have to worry about, I guess, you know, ending this battle and leveling or something dumb like that, right? So we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, anyways, so Vanish was a pretty huge part of my strategy for other times that I've gone through this. I don't think that it's necessary though. I think we're gonna be just fine. Although, that said, it probably still would help, to be honest. All right, that looks good. Let's turn encounters back off. The only other encounter that I'm semi-interested in is out here in the outer areas, and that being the what do they call it in this one? Is it? It used to be the Hades Gigas. I'm not sure if that's still the name of it. I'll have to check here in a second. There's a Burning Fist, so that's the weapon for Sabin. Actually, a decent weapon for him, and especially actually probably with the black belt equipped, because I don't really use the, just the regular attack command with him a whole lot. And so like having a black belt on him would be nice, but the problem with that is then you're taking off an earring to do it. So I don't think it really is worth doing, but certainly one of the ways to set him up. Yeah, I'm gonna check on that other encounter here once. Okay, so I actually just went through some of the encounters that I want to grab. I want to grab one more in here. So let's turn encounters back on. I'm going to quick save. And I'm not going to grab the Hill Giant yet. Or is it the Hill Gigas? God, I forget already. Anyways, it's one of the encounters from outside. The problem with the Hill Giant and or Gigas, well, again, whatever it's called, is it's going to end up in a pack that is actually empty right now. And I don't want to do that. I want to save. I mean, when I grab it, I want to grab it later. So, okay, let's turn the encounters back on. So the other encounter I'm looking for here is the Veiled Dancer and the 2 Harvesters. Oh, and this is a bad one. So, yeah, really bad. And that's why. The Veiled Dancer by itself will wreck you and cast spells. If it's got allies in battle, it will not cast spells. So just keep that in mind. So I'll try one more. I'm actually gonna let her kind of wipe us out. Yeah, look at that, she casts a spell every single time. And so I'll try one more random encounter, and if it doesn't, if it's not the one that I want, I'll cut in footage of the one I do want. So. There's the party defeated. And this will just take us right back to that quick save. Alright, let's try this one more time. Oh. Alright, what's going on here? There's no way that's... No way that's right. Okay, encounters are on. They're officially on, for sure. And that's the one. Alright, so good deal. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's try to steal from these guys. There's a high potion. Let's noise blaster them. Oh, Dragoon Boots? What? That's the rare steal. That's really lucky. And 2 barrier rings, okay. That's a fairly common drop. Oops, let's turn those encounters back off. Alright, that's... Wow, that was, yeah, incredibly lucky. Oops, and I went in the wrong spot. But yeah, that was incredibly lucky. So what I'm going to do now is actually save, or quick save, and end this video. We'll do the Dataluma battle in the next one. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.